So in the middle, and we actually didn't finish the first paragraph, the second paragraph of his Gimel. So his Gimel began by saying that now's the appropriate time to learn about the union of Oir. Then he said, quoting from the Maamar of the Rabbi Rashab, that in Oir there are three dargis. The bitl of the Oir in and of itself, Me'in Amoir, number one. Number two, that in the Oir is nirgish, the source, is felt the source. And level number three, the teva in the Oir to be incorporated within the source, which we addressed yesterday with the marshal of the image, the beautiful scene, etc. Now, as I just said, in our explanation, we kind of preempted or answered the question he's going to ask now. There's two questions. So let's continue. In other words, because we explained it, so the answer emerged. Okay, okay, friends, this is very nuanced, so we really get to get it clear. If there's something not understood, please stop me in my tracks. Question number one, so the first level, that the Oir itself is nothing other than a rendering, a faithful rendering of the Moir. So this bittul, so why is that? Because it has no independent identity. So all it is revealing the source. So therefore, so what's the difference between this first level we identified, which is simply reveals what is, why is that different to the second level where the source is felt in it? Is it not the same thing? I don't know if you asked the question. Okay, Bemis, we answered that, but we're not going to repeat what we said yesterday. Let the Maamar answer it. But the question is clear, just as it were at face value. If the Oir, all it is, nothing other than Gili Amoker, does that not mean per force that the source is felt there? It's sensed there. Yeah, Pasha to Shaila. I'm not going to ask you how he answered that yesterday in our marshal and explanation. Maybe I should. Anybody? No, why? That's the Maamar is going to explain. So, but I hope that you remember, and armed, as it were, with what we learned yesterday, you will have a deep understanding of the Maamar, of the Maamar's answer. Second question, a much more nuanced question. The Maamar says, what level is that? 1, 2, or 3? You've got to be technical here. 2. The second level. Is it a deeper level or a lesser level than the first? How the levels going? 1, 2, 3. Deeper, yeah. So the bittul that in the revelation, the source is felt, says the Maamar, the Rebbe Rashab, bittul the Lachoshech. Lachoshech is Lashon in Zohar, Kabbalah and Chassidus. It means a bittul where the Lachoshech, that the Oir is of no chivus. It's a bittul where the Oir itself has no chivus. So we have to understand that the first level, let me tell you where he's going here. He's going here that the first level, that the Oir is made is a greater bittul than the second. Here he says the second one is a greater bittul. That's just to know where he's going with the next 5 lines. We'll help people understand what he's saying. What he's saying, and then understand what he means. That will come later. What is he saying? So, so how do he start the question? The first level of the Oir is nothing, no entity unto itself. All it is expressing the source. That first level is bittul godly yisma bittul tekalochashiv. That's a greater bittul than what the Rebbe Rashab associates with the second level, defining it kelo chashiv, not having significance, chshivus, really importance. Why is it greater? Why l'chayr is level 1, conveying a greater bittul than the second description, level 2? Because, in brackets, the discussion is how chashiv.
How chashiv is what?
Is the oil. She'enli erech v'chshivus, it's not chashiv l'gabe mekoyrei. But still something. When you say something is lo chashiv, not important, it is something. It's just not important. Significant, it got to be something else. It doesn't negate that the thing itself is something. And the first level, which is oir mein hamoed, is complete bittul, is a higher bittul than the second level. We got that, friends?
Because it's feeling itself almost in the second level? Is that like...
When these words, if he wouldn't have said the words koloch hashiv, he wouldn't have a problem. The Rebbe Rashab says that the second level is a bit, but koloch hashiv means by definition, you're not chashuv legabi the market, but just something. That is less than the bittul conveyed in level 1. That oir is mein hamoed. Push it. Concluding the question, the greater bittul that's expressed in the oid, that he feels the source, which is level 2, al bittul shalem mitzad atzma, and it's just innate bittul, which is level 1, shinyono gilei hamoed. What does he say about level number 2? That is a deeper. He said it's a bittul koloch hashiv. But koloch hashiv is less than the first level, not more. Okay, let's repeat the question, friends. 2 questions. First, like a generic question, and that is the tzarich l'havin. First shaila is Zoom participants, please participate. Also, no.
What's the difference in the first and the second levels? If it's really main hamar,
then obviously does that not mean that the marker is felt there, is sensed there? It's mein hamoed. So for sure the moed is felt there. Okay, push it. Second question. Perhaps we answered it with our mosul. And then, but anyway, no. Second question. Let's forget about my answer yesterday. Let's just learn. No, second question. Temporarily forget about it. Put it in the back burner. Second question. Look at it for a little bit. Think about it and express it as succinctly as you can. We really don't expect, without going to lengthy explanation now, our McGill student or the Mir Talmud, that's not what we're saying, but he'll get some sense if we're just clear and articulate. Second question is?
How could it be deeper?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The Rebbe Rashab says something, and that's it. Because of it's the question is only because of the something added by the Rebbe Rashab in the Maimon. If he didn't add it, we have no question. He added, he made a certain equation, and that has now confused us. Had he not said it, we're good to go. No. Well, not because it's the same. It expressed, he says the bittul level number 2, which we also don't understand why level number 2 is adding anything level number 1. But whatever. But he says about level number 2, we're in the dark about that right now. But level number 2 is deeper. And he says, what's level number 2? That's the same bittul as conveyed. It's the bittul conveyed in these words. What are the words? Lachoshech. What does Lachoshech mean? Now is our question. Oh, Lachoshech means what?
It's not significant. Legabe something else.
But it doesn't negate. It's something. You're not an important person, but you're a person. You're still a person. Importance is an adjective to something. Let's make it clear. Chshivus is an adjective to something. Without the adjective, it's still something. Not important, but still something. So now our shaila is.
It's comparing it to.
It's not comparing. No, it's me'ein ma'amar. It means it is of the ma'or. What express is the image, like we said, that you see. What are you seeing with the camera, the eye? You're seeing the ma'or. It's nothing else. That's its own mitzvah is made ma'or. So that's his shaila. So now conclude the question. The official said, what's the question?
Why is it higher?
How could it be higher? When you say Lachoshech, you're saying it is a Metzias.
Me'amar is that this
Me'amar is not Metzias. It's a Moir. Kol Moir. Yeah.
Where did he say that the second level? Where is it implied? In which words that the second level is higher than the first level? We're coming to an assumption.
No, he says it black and white.
Which words?
He says it black and come back in black and white. Uba bittel the gimel madreges 1, 2, 3, and he's going higher.
Maybe he's going lower. Okay.
You see, the language is going high, but the whole sense of it, he's going high. There's no shayla. We all appreciate to be kolul and the mocker. That's already, whatever that means, it's something higher.
The third level.
The third level. Not we understand, although we gave it yesterday, we tried to explain it, but just in the language, it's clear that we're going high. There's the,
Because if you really look at the word, the third level is a ratza and liya. We call it the so he's not. The first one is a bittul.
All right,
right.
We're gonna the details, the pratim we're gonna explore. Yeah, there's still a lot to be answered. Yeah, I hear your question. It's not there; it wants to be. So there's an it, isn't there an it? Therefore,
first level.
It sounds like the third.
Before he says me'amar, he says bittul der mitzad atzma. Right. So it's which is because it's me'amar. So
what does that mean? The bittul mitzad atzma. The bittul mitzad atzma means like putting the moed aside a second. What is this? Nothing other than the expression of the moed. What's this image? Anyway, we have to really reserve shilas, unless we don't understand what he just, like a question, because it will be probably answered in the course of the mind. Just say what he's saying. The yukim in, we'll leave that to the end. Yeah? So we have at least a superficial understanding of the two shilas. Nachon? Okay. V'yesh loymar, Aaron's supposed to share this week. Are you up to it? You don't have to. I mean, it can be a previous Maimed. What's that? It doesn't have to be this Maimed. It can be any. It can be a previous Maimed that we learned also. And since we talk, I mean, it can also be not giving you a suggestion. You should. The whole point is your personal takeaway, but you know, a good personal takeaway is Dav Haravan. But you got to toil to understand that what this. Ephraim, your father isn't here this morning. He's okay.
They're in Connecticut.
Who's they?
Julie, my father, and Neshama. I'm going tonight.
And you're joining them tonight. Okay. He usually joins us from wherever he is too.
Hope he's sleeping.
Yeah, we hope he's sleeping. All right, as long as everything's okay. All right, thinking caps, friends. Thinking caps means, first and foremost, the first stage in understanding something, which is like beyond us, was grappling, is bittul. Not to make associations with things we've learned, and not to just blank, not blank as in blank as in open completely. Just
perfect Kaylee.
Yeah. Okay. So to answer these questions in light of that which is known, Samachtes, Samachvov, Tafshin. No, if we would have learned a lot of this, it would be a lot easier. So the oir is mein amoir. The oir expresses nothing other than that which the moir projects. It's a faithful image. Nonetheless, the source itself is obviously removed. You don't have the source when you're looking at it, when you have the oir. As we're explaining oir again, it's not makubal dafka, and it's probably not the way it's taught by mashpiyim. the way I'm explaining oil, but we're going to stick to it. Because I can't understand any other way, frankly. So you have one ally, one big masculine in the world of Chabad.
If you tell us who he is, and then we will decide if we're going to listen, if we're going to buy in.
He's Hungarian, so definitely comes from Satmar background.
He's out.
He's out.
No, I'm just kidding.
He's the guy's a Maveldik genius, and has written extraordinary tracts, essays on Chassidus in the publication. It doesn't come out anymore. The Pardes and not the Pardes, but I forgot what it's called. Zalman's father was founded it and was wrote in the early days many articles. So there's Zalman's brother, his older brother, and Blau, all the big thinkers in the Lubavitch, Biel, Alidort, Akolponim. Gosh, I forgot what it's called. Incredible work. I mean, it came out like 10, 15 volumes of it.
A Moyer? No.
No. Akolponim. So let's go. So even though obviously the Moyer, the luminary, is removed, very different from its image. Yes. The luminary is not the source of light. It's a strange statement. We'll explain it. But actually, the light comes from it. Now, the way things are understood conventionally, we're talking about, I mean, even in Chassidus, I mean, I have to concede that it's much more literal to understand Mo'er as like the sun is the marshal of a Mo'er. Now, what I'm saying is not really that different, because they're only seeing this because some light is bouncing off it. What's the difference whether it starts there or it starts here? So in principle, it's the same meaning, but just the chilik between these two efanim is to be talking about like the rays that are coming. We're not seeing the sun, we're just seeing rays. Or like I'm saying, we're looking at the sun, but that's oil. I mean, that's what Chassidus it means. Debatable. Akaponim. You can see that it's debatable. But here he says that the moed is not mocker to the oil. So in Pashtus, that means the sun, to define the sun. Its whole definition is to produce the light. No, it's something that it does. It's a lot of that stuff going on there. It's heat and all kinds of things. It's not just a producer of light. Light comes from it. Not to define the moed is mocker means that you're invested. That's what you do. It just naturally the oil emanates from it. It's not a market. You hear what I'm saying? Market here means not just the natural result. I'm here, so I'm seen. It doesn't mean that. Market, let me clarify. Market means that you're the source, that you're invested. The shemesh is not invested in producing the light. And again, there's gases and there's all kinds of other components that make up the sun. It's fiery mass. And I'm explaining more, same thing is true. The thing is, you see me or don't see me, and if there wouldn't be light, you wouldn't see me, it doesn't change. It's easy to understand. It's not a market to the oil, meaning not a market to the fact that you have an image of it.
The camera, muscle, the mountain's not trying to get into the picture.
The mountain's not trying to get into it, that's right.
It just exists.
The mountain's not trying to get into your head or onto your camera. Yeah, you could put it that way. Yeah. So therefore, he's making a simple statement that the oil and the mocker are two separate worlds. Yeah, even though the oil is nothing other than expressing the mocker, but it doesn't convey the mocker. It's there, you don't have it.
Not like what's me'in hamar then?
Me'in hamar is, well, what is it expressing? Nothing other than that. The oil, factually, the image. Mitzad the oil is me'in hamar. Mitzad the mocker, it's. But even the oil acknowledges you don't have the mocker in looking at this picture. What you're seeing it. You don't have it. Bullshit. You're seeing it. You don't have it. It's far away from you. Bagashmi is whatever you're looking at could be 1,000 miles away. Across the table. You don't have it. It's movdal.
Like you see it.
But you see it.
So in the nimshal, meaning in the heart, what's seeing it? What's that verb? Like
The oir is what you're seeing. You're seeing its oir. As we're explaining it, light is traveling from that object and faithfully conveying what that object is. Faithfully, absolutely. Uncompromisingly so. But on the other hand, it's movdal. Movdal meaning to say the image that you see of the object is not the object, and it is fundamentally removed from you. Is that clear, friends? Yeah. V'lachein, and lachein, what we're saying. Lachein, therefore, so the light reveals the existence of the source. What does it reveal? What you have is this thing exists, but you don't have, you can't touch it, you're not touching, you don't have it. You're not privy at all to its substance and its inner makeup and what it is. Just that it is. There's a moir, there's a moir, you see it. What's the mocker? You don't know? In the order he brings here, I think, is it here?
21.
Huh? Yeah. Clearly in Hara 21 we're seeing that the moshel is much at the raise, but still it's masim the way we're explaining it as well. Let's look at the Hara. The light of the sun. We know that from the light we know, or just looking even as I'm explaining it, looking at the sun, you can see this is an entity that is luminous, spheric, shining and luminous. But what is the nature of this illumination? If you don't, until you examine the sun itself, you don't know.
the nature of this illumination.
What is the actual
Or not
from the earth? You do not know the oif and the behirus of the sun. You don't know the mahus of the sun. What exactly is this source that's producing this image or this light? This is an understatement. Let's continue. Ella, yeah, back in the text. Ella. So on the one hand, let's just distill this in a simple sentence. The light of the object that emanates and the object itself are two separate worlds. The light tells you it exists, but you're not connected to the mahus. You cannot touch it. You don't know what it is. You can't feel it. You can't touch it. Yes, clear. You're seeing the image. Elo shafa piken. On the other hand, now the mile of the oir mitzad veikusa shel oir ba'amoir nigish boigam mahus amoir. Nirgish. We have a sense because you know that there's a mahus there. You don't know what it is, but there's a mahus. Because the light faithfully expresses the source, you feel the mahus. And what do you feel? I don't know it. It's being removed from me. But there's a real thing there. The image doesn't say all I am is an image. The image says I'm an image of something that is a mahus. But it's movdal. There's a real thing. I'm looking at something real. What that real thing is, I don't know, but it tells me that it's real. As opposed to a painting. Supposed to make a painting that's not a painting of anything real. As opposed to a photograph, which is, so in the painting, there's no mahus at all. It's pure, it's whatever. The painting is a whole. But in this prat, the difference. A beautiful, accurate painting, but it's not megala the mahus of anything. Because it's not a reflection of anything. It's conjured by the painter. It is a reflection of his imagination. The mahus here would be his imagination. Which itself is based on things that he saw. So in the end, it's all.
He's seeing. That's it.
Maybe he didn't even see it. It could be.
I'm saying in his mind what he's seeing.
But his mind is seeing. Even that's based on things he must have seen and experienced. So of course, you trace it back to something real. We cannot conjure, we cannot imagine the unimaginable. So one of the rayas that there's a God. It's a hard raya to think, because the unimaginable is unimaginable. Of course, anything you imagine, you're playing with something that exists. You cannot fundamentally conceive something that is inconceivable. Flying cars, crazy, anything, the wildest thing. It's all based on metzius, and you play with it creatively. The fact that human beings entertain God is an objective eichach that there is a God, because where do you come up with this? You can conceive of something so inconceivable unless it's true. Yeah, it's a very subtle argument, but it's a true one. Let's continue. Nonetheless, the mile of the oil. He feels, doesn't know it, but he said there is the reality of the source. And what in brackets to makes it clear? Oh, it means so he does understand it? No. That he knows it's removed and not, the image doesn't convey it, but it is a reality. This is not an illusion. It's not an illusion, the image that the oil conveys. So therefore, the language is very deceptively confusing. So through the fact that that the nature of the light is to reveal the truth of what is, notwithstanding the fact that the truth of what is removed from him, but it does reveal the truth of what is. Therefore, it's batel and has no independent identity. All the light is that exists. It doesn't have the light has no other identity other than to convey the image. The image in your head on your camera says nothing other than this thing exists. That's all it says. The Metzius. So now he's identifying the two levels. The difference between the Hergesh and the Metzius. The Metzius is answering the question. And then we'll understand the words Lachoshech, but first the answer now. The Metzius who Gilui HaMoed. So the light itself, the image itself reveals the Moed. But also a deeper sense in it is the image says, I'm just an image, that the real thing is the real thing. That's a second already considered. I said this yesterday in Asbury. So that's already a second consideration. The next thing is that what's it telling you? That this is an amazing thing removed from us. That's so what the Eid is saying is, I can't convey this. I can't convey what the Mos is. But the Gili says there is a Mos. In the image itself, it's not there. I can't give it. The image is just an image. And the image is incomparable. So it is, answer the question, it is a picture. It's a picture. But it's a deeper bittul, because this picture is saying what? The mahus is that something else entirely. Beautiful picture, but the real thing. So Mizbatel Mitziyusin is a deeper bittul in the appreciation of what the image is conveying. First thing is, this is an image of the mountain. It's not Mitziyus. What is this? It's an image of the mountain. Come on. We said this yesterday. The second is the Hergish this is an image. But it gives it appreciation and a wow factor of how, which we don't have at all. We don't have it all. And that will lead to the third thing, the Gaguyim for it. But we don't have, this is a renedition. It's a renedition of that only. And that itself is a Mahus Acher, which is Muvdal. And therefore a greater bittul. Therefore, that's a deeper appreciation of what the picture invokes. So to make it simple, it's first you're looking at the picture. Then you're thinking about what the picture is a picture of and how, wow, what that must be actually. And in the third level, I need to embrace this and touch it. I got to be there.
Yeah, Me'in Hamar and Lahosach are in the same sentence.
You told me? No, someone answer the question. This is the subject. Let's get this clear. No, somebody wants to answer that. But Moishe says, again, looking at the image, the picture, is this something other than that?
Rabbi, please, can you repeat the question?
He just once again repeating it. What's between Be'ena Moher and it's a Mohus Acher? That's what you're asking.
Oh, what's the difference? The difference is clear. How is it in the same thing? We're speaking about the same thing, and from one side you're saying it's Mein Amar. From the other side you're saying it's
because it's two. Right, okay. Because it's three levels of appreciation that follow necessarily one after the other. So let's make it. I don't make like fagrebet, but you have to, I guess. So I give you a photograph. I was in Hawaii and I'm taking a picture of that incredible place, the convergence of the fresh water and the Pacific Ocean, just an extraordinary place. So I give you a picture. Yeah. So what's the first? No, the first reaction, as in what is this? So what are you going to tell me? So, oh, this is a picture that you brought back from your vacation. And of course, a picture of Hawaii. That's the first fact, what this is. Then you look at the picture, ponder it, enter into the picture, and then you're getting a sense of, wow, that place is amazing. And you feel how distant it is. All you got is the picture. I mean, what was it like to have been there? That's the next thing the picture evokes. And then even deeper, you want to go. And these are three stages. It has to be this way. Because you've got to see the picture.
So why
Then
is it? Go ahead.
What?
So basically, let me rephrase what you're saying, and I'm going to ask a question. What you're saying is in Me'en Amor is only the Metzias. We see the Metzias, like you said in the picture.
Yeah.
You see the Chsonius, you see the Metzias of it.
Yeah.
Nirgish by Mekayrai, second level, Lachoshech is perhaps the same thing. It's a little bit more. You appreciate the mohus of quote unquote the picture in your thing, and therefore you realize how you're insignificant to the mohus of what you're seeing.
Let's look at the picture. As beautiful as the picture is, you realize how insignificant it is. It is a picture.
Legabe
the thing itself.
Legabe the essence.
The place itself.
And the fact that you want to here's the question.
The third level is
here's the question on the third level that you want to connect to it is even higher. Why is that even higher? You are more of a feeling over here. In the first level, you're less of a feeling. The second level, you see the muhus, and Lachoshech means also. It's like bitlayesh also.
Yeah, bitlayesh. There's an image here. It's bottled. Let's talk about the Eibishter, because that's the whole objective here.
Are you speaking about the person who perceives it, or are you speaking about what's happening here?
We're measuring the levels of the image. Where our measurement is of how the effect it has on the viewer. But we're talking about what the image is conveying. As he says later, but we're defining this or measuring it. You have to measure it by what? By what we're seeing. So let's talk about God for a second. It'll be clearer.
So are we focusing on the Eibishter, or are we focusing on ourselves? That's my question over here.
It is kind of both, because Oir means there is another. Oir means there is another on some level. So but the two are intertwined and inseparable. So let's put it as we did yesterday a little bit, or the day before, yesterday, and it'll help us understand the Moshe better. God allows himself to be known on three levels, and these three levels are three stages and three steps. A, that there is a God. He's revealed himself such that we know that there is a God. I will explore that further next time, but let's just leave it at that. The second level, that he allows us not to only to know him, but to feel him. And third level, he's allowed us to be one with him. This is Mamale Soivev Natzos. All by God's allowance, by Abish's decision for a relationship with us on these three levels. Know that I exist. Appreciate my loftiness, transcendence, and be one with, and then thirdly, be one with me. But we're going ahead of ourselves because the mind is going to explain it this way. Because we want to understand right now everything, so we're kind of forcing ourselves, compelling ourselves to explain everything at this moment. We should be much more fluid, and go with the mind more. Hear the Oisius, and then at the end, let's summarize it all. It's really
Didn't this discussion of start with understanding of and Keli? Wasn't that the beginning of in this mimer?
Yeah, he said is bittul and Keli is yeshus. That's what he said.
And they have a relationship with each other. So, and we're studying that.
He just wanted to isolate and identify that is Gilui and bittul, and that's what we're exploring. So what are you saying?
No, Chaim's question sounds to me like are we looking at it mitzad the or are we looking at it mitzad the Keli? And in the beginning of the discussion was, let's understand and Keli. And we started with but they're not one without the other. You cannot have a Keli in this equation.
We cannot. We are the Keli. So we are talking about Kelim. We're talking about it's the Keli talking about But we're talking about We're talking about God's revelation. It's the only way we can speak of it. It's coming from us. I think, therefore I am. It's got to start here. All right. Again, let's be fluid, and let's go with the flow. Let's allow ourselves to be washed, as in the wave, another wave, another ice is washed over us. Get it? Trying to internalize at the end. I think it's premature for our.
And at the end, we'll try to connect to it.
Yeah, the main thing. All right, friends.